So I start with some practical things about. There's also a possibility, if you want to phone me. You can phone me during my day. I'm living in Amsterdam, and there's no charge for not for a long call, but just a short call. We can just have a chat, and there's a possibility to do 1-to-1. So if you want to discuss or to just to talk with me, please write me an email, and then we can make a time. Will be not very far away then. It's in time, I mean. Okay, and then there's also possibility to donate if you want to. That's would be nice. There's on my website there's several possibilities under the Zoom links. You can see that. Okay, so this is all there is. This is all there is, and this is really very small. This room, what's seen, what's felt, what heard maybe, or all the senses. And that's it. That's everything. There's no outside or inside. There's no behind and before. All that. There's no time. There's no space. So there's no distance. So all that is part of the dream of me. Me is living in a dream, in a story, in time, space, and with abstracting everything. So that's normally what's going on. What in when there's me going on, there's what's happening that's already there, of course, and then immediately it jumps on it and seems to make it into something else. And then there's a story about it, about what is the cause of what's going on, how can I deal with it, what shall I do, and all those thoughts. They seem to help to make it in a good choice, that you can make a good choice, because when there's me, there's always all the idea, also always the idea of having a free will and choice. That's part of me. Me is living my life, and I have a free will and choice. So thoughts seems to be the help. A lot of thoughts about what's better, what's worse, and what can I do, and advice, and all that, all those ideas. It's about helping like that to make the right choice, because when there's living in the dream and there's living in the story with me, then there's also right and wrong. It's two. That's what I mean with there's always, oh, I know now. There's non-duality. Non-duality means not two. We're living in the world of two. Everything is like good and bad, and before and after, and everything is two. That seems to be the most normal way. And then there's hearing here that no, there's only one. And that's strange, because everything when it's going on in the story, it's about reaching, it's about time, it's about development, it's about the best, or this is worse and this is better. It's always one of the two, or maybe more. And then hearing there's only one, that's strange, because you can't imagine what is that. There's no idea, no certain way. And when they're saying it's what it is, even that is not, you can't even imagine. Or there can be a lot of ideas and concepts about what's being said here. So there's something like the mind, or something takes it takes it home into different form, and trying to deal with maybe saying, this is what it is, or there's nothing matters. Oh, nothing matters. So I will go. It's when I'm saying nothing matters, it's because it's everything. And it doesn't mean it's saying to myself nothing matters, because that's something else. There's nothing going on but saying to someone or myself. That's a new concept. And that's the problem with me, is that it can't hear without concepts. So everything what's going on in those meetings and the talking and trying to hear or trying to understand or trying to take it home will always be a concept. So you can't take this home. You can't, you don't have anything with this. You can't, this doesn't help. This doesn't help. And the beauty of it is it doesn't need to help because that what's already is happening is it. There can be thoughts, there can be feelings, there can be the table, there can be anything. It's not about you, there is no you. But it's everything what's going on is it. Nothing is better than something else. That's also in the story of me. There's always something is better than something else. This is should be do. I should be doing that, and it's so embodied that most of the time it's not even noticed that there's something going on. Like this is better, this is worse. I should do this, or this is not right. Oh, how can I deal with that? Oh, this is too expensive, or and anything about that. It's endless. Trying to get rid of the me is the same story. Because how can me get rid of the me? So there's no way to get out of the prison. When there's feeling I'm in the prison, it's not feeling free and I want freedom or peace or no problems anymore. There is no way out of the prison because there is no prison. There's no it not being in the prison, there's no one. There's only what is happening. And it's very tiny and simple and ordinary, sitting or the floor or street or feeling can happen. Not for anyone, only a feeling happening. And that's it. Not in the body. That's what always, it seems to be very much part of the dream and the idea and the story of me, that everything is real and everything is solid. So then it becomes very important when you feel like, or you believe or feel like I'm here, that what's going on is happening to me. And I'm feeling that in the body. The feeling seems to happen in the body. You feel like it's happening in the body. Thoughts are happening to me. um, Everything, circumstances happening to me. How can I deal with that? What's the best way to deal with something? So when there's a story, there's always something going on, like everything is real, and that's why it becomes important, because when it's real, it seems like, oh, it's about me and circumstances, and I have to make my life work in some way or another. And then there's hearing this talking message, not really a message. Nothing is real. Nothing is real. It's only an appearance happening. There's nothing happening, and in the same time, not time, it's it's an appearance. There's only an appearance happening. There's nothing real. So that's how that can be said. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. It's everything, and it's going nowhere. It's going nowhere. It is. Life is. Doesn't have any meaning, doesn't have any purpose. That's all of the mind of people and the brain that can abstract and think about what's going on. It's what it is. Simple cup of tea. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. It's that. And it can be very strong feeling. It can be very painful circumstances. But that's it. And when I'm saying there's no time, there's also nothing before and nothing after. That's no time. So there are no consequences. There's no cause and effect. It's not because of this, because of what I did, then there's happening that. That's a construct, and that's so can be so in the mind and busy and all thoughts coming about. I did this, and then those thoughts come. There can be any thoughts, but there's a belief that those thoughts are really like, oh, that's why I did it, and it's very strong belief that that's true, something, some way. There's no truth. There's only thoughts happening without any meaning. Even, that's even worse in a way, they don't have any power. Thoughts are only thoughts. It's an energy like water or the table or anything else. It's thoughting. There's no meaning in it. But we're so used to abstracting everything and seeing everything as real and happening to me, and I have to deal, and how can I live my life in a good way, that it seems really important to listen to the thoughts or not listen to your thoughts or do something with it. Thoughts are only thoughts. They don't have anything more than a cup of tea. It's only that. So that's the joy of life. It's exactly what it is. Nothing more or less. It's that. That's also the freedom, because there's nothing going on about this is more important, this is less important, this is beautiful, this is awful, or something like that. No, it can be not liking it. Okay, well, yeah, so what? Then that's what's going on, and then it's gone again. Nothing has any consequences, or there's also, when there's no time, there's also no continuation. So it's not that when you're going to your apartment and you know that it will be the same. It's never the same. It's new. It's new. It's different. It's not new in a special way. Well, it's just new. And that's like little children see that. It's like, whoa, it's all wonder about what's going on. And that can be still a wonder, but maybe not that strong, or sometimes stronger than other. But that's the wonder. It's new, it's innocent, it's what's going on. It's what's happening at dirt, anything. So this meeting also is going nowhere. There's no need to understand, there's no need to listen. There can be falling asleep or walking away and coming back or whatever. It's that. It doesn't matter. It does, because that what is going on is already it. There's already no one. So there's no need to lose the me or to get rid of anything. Me, that whole me construct is the idea or the belief, the embodied belief, there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong. It's what it is. That's it. Very simple, very ordinary. What it is. So we can talk about that, and we can talk about anything when they're questioned or being busy with something which happens in the story, and you want to share or something like. Please do. We can see what's going on when there's a story, or not. Something else can happen. So if you want to say something, you can unmute yourself, or you can type something, or maybe there's nothing. Rose has ascended into space. Yeah, I'm so into space. I'm only in space now. No, it's an experiment. Just what does it when there's something else behind me? Oh, there's somebody else. When I have these angry, negative thoughts about my mother, it is difficult not to share them with here. Oh, yeah. I don't know. There can be a sharing. I don't have any answers. There are no answers. No answers. I don't know. It doesn't need to be everything that what's going on needs to be shared. I don't know. It can be something saying about it or not. It's just what's coming up and speaking. Doesn't mean it's going anywhere. I don't know. We'll see.
Hi, Rose. I have a question or
Hi. Hi.
hi. Um, when there's a strong sense of a me arising, and let's say the me has a thought like, I know I can pick anything, but let's say the me says, "Oh, I'm going to meditate because I think meditation is going to help me somehow. It's going to calm me down, and I'll
Yeah.
um
Mm.
I'll it'll be easier to hear this message or the message,
Yeah.
it'll resonate
Yeah.
more, whatever."
Yeah.
Is is all of that the same as a cloud going by or the wind blowing or leaves dropping or a car? In other words, is it just things that are appearing
Yeah.
for no one? It's just this sense of a me appearing and these thoughts and sometimes actions taking place from the thoughts that I guess the sense of me obviously seems to just want to own all of this. But I guess what I'm wondering is because it does seem so much uh, that things are just happening, just everything. So I want to, but I'm still stuck on the me still, I guess, claiming some of it as its own.
Yeah. Yeah. For to begin, there's already no me. So the me isn't making those thoughts or causing those thoughts or all that. That nothing causes anything. That's so strange because we always, when there's had that me, I am here, and that there's a huge embodied. I say embodied because it's not only in the mind, but it's embodied belief, and it's not even felt as a belief. It's so like the normal way that everything this is causing something else because we live in time. So there's this because of that. I'm that, and then there's and we're seeing like I feel like I'm here, so I'm causing those thoughts. It's just thoughts can happen. It's energy. It's energetic, and they don't have any meaning. So it's the same as a car passing by or something else. There's no meaning in it. That's so strange because we are so into that helps to choose something or anything. It's
Because
very convincing.
it does somehow seem, it gets just difficult to understand because it just seems like when there isn't a sense of a me, that sense of a me things don't seem to arise, and actions based on a perceived sense of me don't seem to arise. In other words, when there's been however we want to say it, a falling away of the sense of a me or a seeing into the illusory nature somehow into this the me, where that seems to have arisen in people I've spoken to, uh, there doesn't seem to be uh, appearances happening related to a sense of me. Like, I know this is hard to explain, I guess, but
Mm.
because there's a strong sense of a me here, when thoughts arise, or not all thoughts, but sometimes thoughts or actions or painful experiences, or there's this ownership, and then there seems to be more thoughts about that ownership, and then actions based on that sense of ownership, and it's just this like wheel that goes round and round. Yet that doesn't seem to be there for um, mind bodies that don't seem to have a sense of a me. So I guess it's tricky, extra tricky somehow, because it seems like if there's a sense of me, that in and of itself seems to foster. In other words, it's not just a wind going by or a car going by or a leaf falling or something just happening. It's seems to be happening because there's this sense of a me, and it seems to keep itself going, so to speak. And that's
Yeah,
what makes it so
yeah,
difficult for me to
yeah.
see uh, that it's just what's arising, no different than anything else anywhere that appears to be arising.
You can't even, there can be some people, they have some clarity about that, or an understanding that can be like that, but it has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. It's not about clarity or understanding. This in a way, you could, there can be a clarity, but in the same time I can say this is not about understanding. It's completely something else. It's about loss, and you can't do loss. And it's tricky also because it seems like, oh, there should be something lost, otherwise, and don't have that, so I wait till that moment, or all that. So it's so tricky to. There's talking in the story, and then there's saying, oh no, it's about loss, and there's a lot of concepts and thinking in time. That's so the normal way, thinking before and after. And when that's the normal way, then there's also seeing consequences and understanding there's me and there's a cause, and then there's coming thoughts and all that. So that's how it's the normal way of talking. And it's much more simple. It's everything. So there is no me doing that. There's nothing causing anything, and it's everything what's going on. So there can be a lot of thoughts about trying to understand and all that. Doesn't matter if you understand, but can be there. But they don't have meaning, they don't reveal anything. They can be revealing something in the story, but that's this is not in the story.
Yeah.
But so you can't even imagine. I can't. You cannot. I can't even tell how it is, because there's no story. But it's not about, I don't know, you said something about people who are, I don't know. I
I
can't
don't know. I
even
mean, I've
yeah,
spoken to a lot of people. I've listened to a lot
yeah,
of people where there's not
yeah.
a sense of a me anymore.
Mm,
And uh it seems like anything seems to still arise uh for those, I'll just say people. I'm not going to worry about the dualistic aspect. For those people, they'll say anything can arise and does arise, sickness, pain, good things, bad things, just whatever. But what doesn't seem to be there is stuff that seems to arise when there's a sense of a me.
what
So that
doesn't seem to arrive? Sorry, what did you say?
things that seeking energy, thoughts,
Ah,
and
mm,
apparent actions and all of that in order
mm,
to get somewhere, to get somewhere else. That doesn't seem to arise in those
mm,
individuals. And therefore, that still makes me think that there's something
yeah,
about a me or something about seeking that is almost like a separate set of energies. It's almost dualistic. It's like there's everything, but then there's this sense of seeking in me that seems to go on.
yeah. How I say it is, there's even no Rose. There's no individual. There's no Rose. There's the body isn't real. So there's nothing happening, and there seems to be a part of the body, and there seems to be something else, but everything is lost. So there's also no individual dealing with things or having experiences. No, maybe people don't say that, but there's no Rose, so there's no life of Rose. So there's only what's happening, not for Rose or something, but in space. Nah, space, yeah, how can you say it differently? So there's can be feelings or street or all that. And it's not happening to someone. It's already like that. But when there's that abstracting, then the ability to abstract, and it seems it's energetic. So it's so believed and embodied that there's someone and it's happening to someone, then that's what's going on. But in the same time, it's everything what's going on. Thoughts, feeling, it's happening to me. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's somebody saying, oh, it's happening to me. Yeah, so what? That doesn't mean there's a me. It has nothing to do with that. It's just a thought or a belief that it's happening to me. There is no me. There is already no me. So there's nothing to lose.
So there's just, billions and billions of stories, I guess, appearing where there's seeking going on. And there's some far lesser number of apparent stories that are happening where there is no seeking going on. That's yeah. I mean,
Yeah, but then it makes seeking in a bit like, oh, it's better not to, it's when there's no seeking anymore, that's the goal or something like that. When it's not even seeking, it can be that energy. There can be like, like that. Some people call that seeking. Somebody calls seeking something else. Is that energy can happen, can be still here, a bit restless or a bit maybe thoughts happening. That that we call maybe seeking, but it's just those thoughts happening. That's what's going on. So it's more in the story is what's on top of what's going on. It has nothing to do with what's going on. It can be everything, but it's the story and that going it making it into something else. That's, you could say, that's that me, that whole construct or dream. It's a fantasy, but it seems very real.
okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Mm.
Hello, Rose.
Hi, hello.
Hi. So, what about Ben just said?
Mm.
Uh, Last week, I was in a struggle with emotion and thoughts, and it seemed like a tempest, a storm
Mm.
for me.
Mm.
So it's something appearing. It's appearance, an appearance of a storm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can happen. Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. A lot of thoughts maybe about it, and then
Mm.
emotion. Well, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
sure.
Just yeah.
It's life. It's
Right.
everything.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Mm.
here too, of course. Yeah. And it can be suddenly. That doesn't mean it's always in those meetings. That seems to help people think like, oh, there's Rose, and she's always energetic and all that because that it's happening in the meetings. It's not like that. There can be also like, oh, I'm sitting now, or low energy, or
Mm.
I don't know. Of course, storm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And about it's new. When you said it's new, I'm looking sometime. I'm looking at my cat,
Mm.
and where something is new is on the floor. I let something on the floor. She just curious, and it's new. It's
Yeah,
and she move and see things, and so it's new for her.
yeah,
It's like
yeah,
children.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. That's
yeah,
so. That's such a joy to see that.
yes.
That's that. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh. Mm. And sometimes a misunderstanding with new is like, oh, it's new. Oh, like that. But it's not thinking all the wonder is not in that way. It can also new and then yeah, that or anything. It it's everything. Mm. Yeah.
So I guess, Rose, just a follow-up is that if there's if there's just a sense of a felt sense of a me, or a felt sense of thoughts and actions taking place, searching for wholeness or ease or peace or something, that's just what apparently is happening, right? Just like any other event or series
Yeah,
of
but when
events.
there's thoughts, we so very quickly are into the meaning of thoughts, or the maybe important, but the thoughts have a meaning, and that makes it into something that's going, oh, there's still that looking for something, I shouldn't, maybe it's still going on. That all those thoughts are just thoughts. They don't have any meaning, but it's because we are so into that understanding, then it seems like, oh, I'm still in the search and still going on. You're not, but that's the dream is so convincing. That's the only thing what's going on. For the rest, there's already no me, there's no search in that way. It's not going on, but it seems so convincing because there's certain energy, like, I'm sure, and there's a lot of thoughts maybe about that, and I think, oh, there's that searching. No, it isn't searching, it's making it in that, maybe that thought, or maybe that into, oh, this is searching. No, it's not searching, it's what it is, a thought, restlessness, or maybe something else. It's closer, it's more closer and simpler, more simple than that whole, because we try to understand and try to see what, because there's a lot of understanding in a lot of people now about non-dualism and all that, and about what's going on, and there's a search going on and all that. So that understanding makes it into something, and then the ideas, and it's much more simple. It's a glass of water, or the way the looking happens, or the moving, or all that is already, and it making into that something else that can happen. It doesn't matter, but for when you have an idea that I am here and there's something wrong, but that it's mostly that idea of that embodied idea or belief. There's something wrong. There is something gone wrong. I'm not worth it. That's not good enough. It's not satisfying. All that. That's that whole me concept. It's a misunderstanding, but it's so embodied. So you could say that's me, and that's so strong. We are so into it could be more like this. Oh, when the searching stops, it's already not good enough. What's going on is it, but it's very subtly saying, no, that's not enough. It should be not searching, or I don't know, something else. So it's so subtle and so clever in a way, because it's everything, but
But
it's,
that subtle and clever energy is just a glass of water
yeah,
in your example,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
it's another appearance.
yeah. It's that simple. It's so simple that you can't even like, oh no, that can't be it. It's too simple. Yeah, that's it. It's that simple. Oh, and then you think like, oh my God, I did the search, I did to myself and to understand and all that. And it's that glass of water. Yeah, come on. Or sitting. Yeah, that's already what's going on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, it's so simple. Oh,
All right, thank you.
yeah.
I agree with you. It's simple. And then I'm wondering, so when I'm in a meeting, the energy does feel different than when I'm not in a meeting.
Yeah, for me too. Yeah, of course. It's always, it's still, yeah, then there's maybe, or they, or it's, yeah, of course. There's no, because we make an into, you can't, that can be also a new thing, like, oh, that feels so peaceful, or some rest or anything, free. And then when I'm sitting at home, that feels different. Yeah, of course. But so, of course it's different. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's no meaning or importance in that, but it's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dankjewel.
Mm.
Hello, Rose.
Hello, man.
Look,
Oh, woman.
look at that fancy background behind you. You're jazzing it up, jazzing it up.
Yeah. I'm now someone. Oh no, I'm no. So I can't even say what. It's just like that. Maybe the next time it's maybe not there anymore. I don't know.
You're high up with the stars, you see.
Yeah, with the stars. Yeah, I'm there. Yeah.
So it's not so bright. I find this slide. I don't know if it's the bulb. I get a headache after a while, so I don't like to use it as much.
Oh. Mm. No.
Anyway, that's all.
Yeah, yeah, it can be. It doesn't need then. Oh, just it's okay. Then when then suddenly it's doing it out, and then doing it. How do you say that? It's closing it, and then there's no that light anymore. Yeah, I don't know. That can happen.
Yeah. Maybe because it's close. Close. I don't know.
Yeah,
You can
and
see
then
me.
suddenly you don't want it anymore. Chuk, like that. Yeah, or
Yes,
not.
yes,
It's
yes,
just sitting. Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I almost forgot. I forget things so quickly now. I write a little list, and I have my iPad on my music stand, and I've got my little list of the, and even then I can't remember.
I know, but I think everybody knows. We make a shopping list and then we outside and then did you take it with you? Oh no, I forgot. Yeah, who doesn't know that? Yeah, but it can be more. There can be writing
Yeah,
down.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I know. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. Good to
Yeah,
see you.
yeah, thank you.
You know, I also must be thinking about your book about
Hmm.
the freedom, something like wonderlijk vrij.
Yeah. Wondrously free.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah. There is really no difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the joy. It's
yeah,
just what it is. But
yeah,
we're so quick in comparing. That's so, oh, it
yeah.
seems so normal. Yeah.
Yes,
Hmm.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of recognition in your book.
Ah, oh, nice. Mm.
I've given it away
Mm.
to someone who also know about this message.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
But,
Fun. Mm. Yeah. Mm. 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 Mm.
uh, Yeah, there was a lot of recognition. Yeah, and I'm touched again by the, I don't know, I'm touched. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Mm. Mm. It's also a freeing when there's what I noticed, well, a long time ago already, when there's nothing going on like this is better than that, and this is more important, and you should behave in a certain way, and this is more healthy, and all, where you're so into behaving in a certain way and trying to deal and all that. And when that's suddenly recognized, because somewhere we know, somewhere there's something going on, and then suddenly it's recognized, or it's ringing a bell, and so like, ah, yeah, that can be such a relief. Oh my God, yeah.
There is one thing I want to say, yeah, about this, about your background.
Oh,
I like your background very much, but it's, you know, when you have your movements with your hands.
mm,
I like also those movements with your hands, but I guess because of this background, sometimes your hands.
they're strange. Maybe they're. Oh yeah, they're strange. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Good,
sometimes they
good
are
to
not
say.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good to say. Yeah, yeah. There's something strange when there's a background. So yeah, that's the other side. Yeah, you're right. I saw that too. So that maybe it's one time.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they also have those posters.
Mm. Yeah,
Like,
there were. There's on my computer. I don't know how to do it, but there are only 3 backgrounds, so I didn't have much choice. So I did this. Well, uh, it's just for. I don't know. It's just that I did it, and I don't know why.
yeah, try out.
Yeah, to try out. I just have to laugh about it. I don't know. It's just that, and that's the only reason.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mhm.
The
I like
message
it
in
too.
the hands, somebody says. Oh my God, yeah. It's a lot of, yeah, it can be. Yeah. It's energetic also. This meetings, it's not so much about what I'm saying. That can undo some concepts, and then suddenly it's like, oh my God, I never thought of that, or things like that. But it's more energetic. So that can be the hands, or suddenly it's more that, and it doesn't need to be noticed, it doesn't need to be understood. So there's something else going on, you don't even know. There can be a like a little building, and there's putting holes in it, and it's not even noticed, and then suddenly rough, something falls apart, and they don't it it doesn't need even to be clear or recognized. It doesn't matter. That's so strange. We're so thinking like, oh, there's a recognition. There can be like that, but it doesn't need to. That's strange, because there's no need for anything. It's just already everything what's going on. Everything. Not something what we normally, this is better than that, because with me there's no me anymore, I don't have that anymore. No, it's not I don't have that anymore. No, it has nothing to do with what I'm speaking about. There's everything. There's no I don't have that anymore, something like that. No, there's no Rose. So there can be anything, talking about the parents, or talk at everything what's going on. It's not about before and after. There can be a talking like that, but it's a story, and it's not important at all. That's the fun of this, the joy, like it's already what is happening. So this is very easy. it's very easy to talk about because it's everything. So yeah, cannot be something else. It's that that doesn't exist in the story. And then of course there can be always thinking and believing in that. But so what? There's nothing wrong or right with that. Then that's what's going on and what's happening. Yeah, of course. The difficulty sometimes for me when you believe I'm here, there's always something going on, like I'm not, it's not yet there, or I'm not good enough, or there's something missing, or all that. And then there's hearing also, when they're saying is everything, it's also saying there's no hope. There's no hope for something else. It never will happen. Enlightenment or all that, losing the me or all that, it doesn't happen. It doesn't. It's already what is happening already. So there will be no change. And in a way, it's like, oh my God, it's already everything. So no need to change. It's this, it's that, it is the way of looking and everything. Wow, what a freedom. Well, when there's me going on and, oh, this should be this and that, and then somebody, and there's looking for it or development and all that, and somebody is saying, yeah, there will be no change. It's like, I don't want that. No, this can't be it. There's something going on in the world or in my life or all that. Can't be right. It should be, and yeah. Mm.
Hello, Rose.
Hi.
Hi. It's about hope, hope, um, and physical pain. And I asked the doctor, is there any hope? And he said, I don't know. So when he said that, and I think about hope, hope that it would change, it would stop, the pain will stop. After a few moments, I'm thinking that it's more freeing to because if the hope drop, um, there's less struggle with that to change it, and you are happy. The struggle, it's a lot of energy. So if I just live, then suddenly I feel no pain, or I don't know. It's life. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more freeing. Yeah,
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. Yeah.
yeah,
Hope is saying, oh, this isn't right. I
yeah.
wait for something else.
Mm,
It's an oh wow.
yes,
In a way, it's awful hope because
yeah,
it's saying this is not right and maybe someday it will be better.
yeah.
You know, wow.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
There's a struggle then trying to not to
Mm,
hope too much and all that. Yeah.
yes, a lot of energy, and now it's
Yeah.
it's life happening. I don't know what will
Yeah.
happen. Yeah, I
And the strange thing is also with pain, when there's pain and there's nothing going on about it, then it's it's something else. And then when there's pain, there seems to be, oh my God, it's still there. There's
yeah,
something not wanting it. It's more like that.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
It's more painful.
In a
Yeah,
way, it's more painful, but you
yeah,
can't do anything about it. That
yeah,
seems to be like that. But it's like to talk about when you talk about it, and then that can be saying something like that. Yeah.
yeah. Mm, mm.
So there's something saying there's no hope. It's unconditional love. It's
Yes,
like that. And then wow. Some
yes,
people say that's awful. Well, I think it's love. It's
mm,
really unconditional love.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. Mm.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I recognize it too. When there was pain in surrendering, it's different than pain with kind of fighting from I don't want this.
Yeah.
I want something
Yeah.
else. Yes, it's a huge difference.
Yeah, and it's not only with pain. Pain is maybe something very strong, but it's with everything. But me is always me or that whole construct. Like, oh, there's something wrong, and it should be right, or there should be done something. It has to change. That's some, and I want something else. That's also that whole construct is what wanting something else.
Yeah.
Wanting, there's no free will. What is wanting? I can say I want something, but what is life is what's happening. So it's not seeing like, oh, what is that individual say? Oh, now maybe I will think about it. No, there's no intelligence looking at that or hearing that. It's just nothing. That's crazy because we're so into what I want and what is important that you know what you want and then go for it and all that. And then hearing here, it's complete useless. It's you can do it. It's nothing wrong or right with that, but it's completely useless. But what's going on? It's life, and that has nothing to do with what you want or not want or any individual. It's just what's going on, what's happening. It's energetic. That's something. But it's also the freedom because always like wanting it's something else maybe and then it's not happening, so there's the struggle of the story and the suffering and all that. Yeah. I want you to listen to me. Oh my God. Oh, there's somebody saying there's still feelings for my ex. No, there are feelings. There's only feelings. It's not for my ex. That's on top of that. That can be ideas about that. There can be feelings. Yeah, that's it.
So then there was also falling in love. It's just love for. Could you say then it's love for yourself, or how
No, for no one. It's just no. It's love. It's just unconditional. See, falling in love is when there's a falling in love. That's unconditional. And then suddenly that personal things come with that, and then it's becoming something else. But yeah, it's just love, not for anyone, but we think it's my love and for her or him, or it's not for her. It's love.
Yeah.
Unconditional or personal love can also be.
Mhm.
There is no one. There is already no one. So it's never for me or for you. That's the construct we're in, and all that. It's my life and your and all that. And that when there's no one, everything is just what's going on. That makes it into, oh my God, what is that? That knocks so much down. lot of things. It's like, it's about me and you and me and the world, or all that, me and everything. It's not happening to me, it's what's happening. So when there's me, that seems to be the most important of everything. Busy with that most of the time of the day, it's busy with me or yourself, or maybe in relation to somebody else or only that. There are no relations, there's no one. There's also no one in somebody else, what seems to be there, or a child or all that. No, it's a body. Can be a body there. And there can be imagination, and there can be big stories in that. Yeah, there can be big stories, yeah. But it's a story.
Mm.
A fantasy, kun je ook say. It's a fantasy. Wow, we are so into that's real. Yeah.
That's in the past, and I had a fantasy friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yes.
What I'm gonna say, what I'm all that. Oh my God, it's so strong. Yeah. Yeah. And it doesn't matter. There's nothing wrong with that or right. It's just all those thoughts coming and just meaningless. But yeah, so what?
Hi, Rose.
Hey.
It makes me think of a telephone. You know, you've got the place where you talk and the place where you hear. That like, and it's like the me is like a telephone, and it takes itself to be the one who talks and the one who hears. You do know what I mean? It's just the sound and hearing and the sound, and it's like a telephone thinking that the telephone is the one. Oh yes,
Yeah.
that's the image that just came up. You know, it's
Mm.
like
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
oh, it's just it's not. It's not the word, it's not what is said, and energy is just a word, but it's here. It's just like, it's just so beautiful, you know. If words can be used, and we can still use them.
Yeah.
Here
Sure.
it is received. It's just hearing love, you know. It's just hearing love. It's just
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
and
It
it
is.
feels like it's one appearance. It's not an appearance here, an appearance there, and an appearance of blood. It's just one. It's simultaneous, because there's no other. There's no other. There's no distance or time in a way. It's just like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's heard fresh. You know, it's like, wow. You know, that's that. When you mentioned about something being new, doesn't mean, oh wow, it's new. You know, it's not that. It's that.
No.
It's that
Yeah.
freshness, isn't it? It's just so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And it can
It,
be
it, it,
very subtle, or yeah.
it doesn't have because it doesn't have a history. It's
Yeah.
so quicker than sudden, or quicker than already.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Quicker than already. It's nice.
Well, that's what comes up, and I could say a few days ago, I was feeling very, they're like depression or whatever, you know, without a name. What is it? It's just
Can be heavy feelings or heavy.
yes,
No
yes,
one. Yes.
yes,
And
yes,
yeah, can be. Sure.
yes. Yes, no story,
No.
just that heaviness. Yeah,
Yeah, and no escape. That's also.
and no
It's no
escape.
escape. It's that full on can be. Yeah, sure.
Yes, and and the thoughts were, it's me full on.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the person
Oh,
full on, and there's no other, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
no.
You know, there's no, that should have been, I shouldn't be me because there's no one. That's just another
Oh, yeah. That's a new one.
history.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's so clever. That it's now there's when they're thinking, oh me, and I want to, and then suddenly, oh, like there's still me going on.
Yes, yes.
It doesn't matter. Oh wow, that's so free. Yeah,
Yeah.
can happen. There can be thoughts about anything. I want to
Yes,
know what's going on. I can have that. Yeah, sure.
even what is just been said, it is la 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 la. or a sad song or blues.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's just that. And then yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, thank you
I
for
just
that.
wanted to
That's
say thank
great.
you.
Yeah, that's so nice to share. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hi again. I
Thanks.
guess it's spontaneously free.
It's already that, but we don't want that. Something or that should be that's because it can't be not spontaneous. There's no one, so it's already that. Yeah.
Yes, already that.
There's only spontaneously, but there's something like, oh, this is better than that, or it should be, and that's, well, yeah, it's not wrong to think that, but it's a misunderstanding. Yeah, it's all spontaneous.
Yeah, when I say I remember, someone saying that words and thoughts don't have any power, and we could say, oh, when I hear some negative word, there might be a feeling that connects with that. That's, and I mean, if the logic is engaged, and you could say, well, it goes back to childhood, because a word could also come with the anger from parents, or a slap in the face, so it comes with a pain. So a word becomes attached, a feeling becomes attached with a word. So every word can feel different to everybody, because they can have a different attachment to that word. But that's a nice story. But it could be that as well, because there's both this and both and the talking and sharing a possible cause and effect, even if it's an illusion. It's also part of the illusion. I'm rambling on.
Yeah, but there can be talking in the story and thinking it's I remember that my mother did the same, and then suddenly it feels so emotional and all that. Well, it's still a story, and then because there can be a remembering of that and making it into something that's cause and effect. It can be talking like that. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I guess
It doesn't mean that's
Yeah.
real, that there was a mother and that's talking, because that suddenly, that when there's talking like that, it seems like it makes it real, like there was a before and a mother and
yes.
all that, and it makes it real, and then something else is going on. Doesn't, yeah, can happen, but there's nothing real. That's something else. When that's lived, you could say something like that. Then there can be talking like that, but there's no reality in that at all. And still there's talking about that. That can be, yeah.
I mean, when you see rescue dogs, if they've had an early life where they're beaten and they have a trauma, so they still have this response of distrust towards people.
Yeah.
There's no thought.
But that's now.
Yes,
That
that's
feeling
now.
like, oh, like this,
Oh
sitting
yeah.
like that.
Yes.
And then there can be real, and then, or I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. But that's
Yeah.
now. It's this, and there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yes.
if dogs have a remembering, but it's embodied. So
Yeah.
it's that. But that's this, only this, and we make a story of it and all
Yeah.
that.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that
That's the
response?
freedom, that there's no, what you said, there's no history. That's the
Mm.
freedom. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. The tiredness and all that that still goes on. Everything goes on. So without a story, that's completely
Wow.
different.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also what's stunning is that there's no need to change. That's also because when there's like, oh, loads of fear and all that, and then trying to change that, it doesn't mean like you're a cold woman or something like that. But when there's also a freedom in that. There's no need to change. It's that. There's no need to be different, and that's unconditional love.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And that's with everything. That's so we are so not used to it. We think we do something to feel better, something, but there's something in that, uh, some yeah, something that how this is awful, and I can help you. I will be there, and all that. It makes it more awful in a way, you could say. And yeah, it's that feeling can be there. Doesn't mean it. No feel. There's no awful feeling. There can be feelings really painful or sadness or all that. There's no need to change that. Doesn't mean you say that. That's something else. That's the whole.
Yes. Yes.
Something else.
Yeah. Thank you, Rose.
Yeah. Thank you. Beautiful sharing. Thank you. Yeah, beautiful. Sure. Mm. Somebody in chat. Did you want to be a speaker of this message in the past? Yes, I did. That was a dream. Yeah, that was a dream. When I was with Tony Parsons, I was really like longing for that. Yeah. I didn't know it was like a loss of everything. It was like becoming someone with no me. No, it's much more disappointing in that way. Not for me, but it's more, there's no awareness of noticing of what's going on. So nothing is for me here. So it's difficult to say. There's nothing in it for me in those meetings. People think like there's something, why do you do that, all that? It's just what's happening. There's nothing in it for me or anything. There is no Rose. Yeah. Yeah. And in the same time, there seems to be a story with Rose in it. Yeah. It's a story, and everybody, every single people or in the meeting or somewhere else, they have a different story about Rose, different idea about Rose. Yeah, or anybody else. But when everything fell away, or wasn't arising that whole, yeah, there's nothing right, there's no me anymore. Nah, the whole thing, which in the same time was very clear that there was nothing changing or nothing happening. There was no, I think for years, there was nothing going on about wanting to speak or trying to do or something like that. No. I didn't know how to say, what to say.
Sometimes it's interesting to see when someone has a lot of questions, and then with the it's not about questions and answers, but with the apparent answers, sometimes it looks like the mind is completely gone or out of order, or it's interesting to see that it's
Yeah.
really because of giving nothing, or I don't know how to express, but it's like it's really a nothing answer or something like that, and then
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then,
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
yeah,
So you don't need to ask questions. And when somebody is asking questions, you can see that what's going on. Yeah. Sure.
it's
Yeah.
interesting to see that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Also funny.
Yeah, because that's how it's going. We're so into, we want something, or there should happen something, or maybe there's something happening in this meeting, or it will be clear, or it will be fall away, or all that. And then chuck, all hope and all that. It's just, and then there's suddenly, there's nothing left. Oh, and then it's everything. Oh my God, it's everything. Yeah, that's the amazing. Yeah. We're so into the story and into
knowing
and developing, or a loss of something, or something needs to happen and all that. And then it's also a kind of, in that sense, for me, it's a disappointment, because there's not giving anything, so you can't get away. You try to take something home, like it was something else that happened in the meeting. I don't know what, but yeah, I think it feels more free now, or it's so strong. We want something to feel or to happen, or all that. And then hearing, oh, that's what's happening. Okay, yeah. So that's awful, because that's death. That's not hearing or seeing what's important for that person, or all that. And then there's no need. There's no need for anything. That's the joy. It's already what is happening. It's already that, how the body is functioning, how that doesn't mean it's nice. It has nothing to do with nice or good or all that. That's a story, a fantasy about how it should be. It's what it is. Very simple, ordinary, what is. Thank you. Dario, hi.
Yeah.
Phrase, yeah, no, it's normal.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Thank
Catherine,
you.
for
Thank
your
Oh, it's
you.
still in the
sharing. That was
recording. Oh my
lovely.
God.
Thank you.
Mm.